So it is like November 6th or something. I don't know. My anniversary is this next Saturday. And next Wednesday is Soap and Clay Kidlet number one's birthday. And then it's Thanksgiving, which we are doing here. You know, that's a thing. That's a moment that's happening. And so as a result, we've been trying to get the dining room done because it's just torrential downpour. That's why there's a dog right there that's watching us because they can't be outside. But if they're out of there while I'm filming, they knock the camera over. It's a whole thing. And yeah, so there's noise and chaos and cats and dogs and lots of stuff. Oh, and I have a tree outside that's about to fall down. Obviously, none of this has anything to do with what we're talking about today, but hi. It's been a moment. How are you guys doing? I will tell you what we are making today in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for another bath bomb test thing. And actually, I'm going to be using the molds from the October box technically, but they're November themed bath bomb molds from Part and Prince. And I'm going to be good at something this time. And I'm going to be messing with the recipe a little bit in that I'm still going to use witch hazel, but I'm also going to use polysorbate because that's a good binder. And see what we get with that. And I'm hoping that I can get to the point because all of these molds are flat that I'll be able to decorate them all. But spoiler alert, I'm doing this after I've already filmed and I totally got to that point, and so I'm going to be decorating. So let's get to the video and I will show you all of the decorating and how great of a time I had with these bath bomb molds. Yes, it's pumpkin spice latte season, and I'm super excited about it. Now that just went in is the witch hazel, and I am putting in the pumpkin walnut biscotti, which is hands down my favorite pumpkin ever to ever exist without like making one of my own blends. Absolutely. Now the witch hazel, as you see when it went in, it did go ahead and turn it a little bit orange right away. Well, it's because witch hazel has water in it, you know what I mean? And so well, a lot of it does, but mine certainly does. But anyway, so it's going to turn the colorant that I used a little bit orange. Unfortunately, since it's not a ton of water, it's not going to turn it as orange as I am ultimately going to want, but it's going to be fun in the bathtub. Now, I also put in a tablespoon of polysorbate, and I am using my 1 cup of citric acid to the 2 cups of baking soda in all of this. And so that's really all we're working with. That's what we have. We have the um, the baking soda, the citric acid, the 1 tablespoon of polysorbate, and 1 tablespoon of witch hazel. And it is 64% humidity in the soap shop right now. And I'm going to master these bath bombs. I'm going to do it because here's the thing. Whenever I am, I don't know, befuddled by something, right? I have this thing where I just want to continue working. And I think I've told the Sudsers about this before, probably many times. I was on a quest several years ago called Build a Better Bath Bomb. And I had just this crazy, just spread of all these different recipes and notes and everything, like on a wall, like, like I'm a detective or something, trying to figure it all out. And I had built the perfect bath bomb for me in any circumstances. But with these 3D bath bomb molds, they're kind of hard. My recipe isn't doing what I want it to do within all of this. And I'm like, well, what gives? It works no problem with the spherical. why would it be different for these guys? And so I went ahead and I decided, like I said a few days ago when we were making the other bath bombs, well, let's check out this witch hazel thing, because my way is not the right way. And I've never said that it is the right way. And all of these other people like witch hazel, but I noticed that they're using 3D shaped molds. And I'm like, well, maybe there's something to it. So obviously I tried it and it did not work at all, at all with the first 2 rounds of this. It was very, very dry because that's been my experience with witch hazel in bath bomb, powder. Very, very drying. Not what I would call a binder. But I started thinking, I'm like, well, what do these recipes also have in common? And a lot of them have a secondary binder type. So either a cocoa butter or a polysorbate or something to the effect, which actually would be a binder. So is it the witch hazel or is it the poly? And I'm thinking it's poly because look at this. This is none problems whatsoever. I'm having absolutely 0 problems getting these out of the mold. Granted, the bar molds, the flat molds, were the best ones for me with the things that we've been testing. The first 2 bath bomb mold sets that I got from Parton, man, those were brutal with like the full 3D, like the crayon. And then, well, I mean, I guess the cat was still a flat one and I had a terrible time with that, and the bats I still can't figure out, still flummoxed to this day. But these ones, they're working great. See, I mean, there's some detail there that could very well fall off, and it's like the cat tail, and that's not happening at all. And my bath bomb powder is staying really nice and, moist-ish. Granted, I am working a lot faster with this one than I did with the first 2 attempts at the Parton molds because I'm more familiar with the bath bomb molds. And by more familiar, I mean literally what you've seen is all I have done. Like, that's it. I have not played with any of these molds off camera at all. It's just the one and done, and I did it for the video to see if this was something I wanted to do, in big production and, put into my line, which is, I guess, something that I think I have been wanting to talk about with all of this, just kind of a general, because as I've been making all these bath bomb molds, or these bath bombs with these molds, it's obviously taking a whole lot longer than what I am used to in my, with my regular spherical molds. And so with all sizes, it's taking a lot longer than making a whole bunch of shower steamers or the toilet bombs or anything else. And granted, again, this is because I'm reasonably new to this 3D mold journey, but also it's just taking longer. There's more detail that has to be done. These have to be worked different. And the whole time I'm thinking, what is this actually? Is this worth the time and an investment, right? Because the big point of these molds is you get them in some kind of shape and there's all this cool detail or whatever, so you can paint them, and painting takes a while too. And just looking at these particular designs, I don't see a good way for me to use the air sprayer, to use the, little spray gun for airbrushing on these to really get the detail that I'm wanting without it taking a really long time. So I'm like, well, I'm literally going to have to hand paint these. And the whole time I'm thinking, is this worth it? These particular bath bombs right here, they weigh a lot less than my kids' bath bombs. Like my kids' bath bombs clock in between 3 and 3.5, ounces. And these guys come in at about 2.75, and they take a lot longer to make just at the beginning. And then that's nothing to say, how long they take with the painting and everything. Like in total, to make this one batch of bath bombs, so again, 2 cups baking soda, 1 cup citric acid, insert your liquid stuff here, and it made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 total little spheres. And my footage was 27 minutes long. And that's just this part. Like now it's on to decorating. So is this actually worth it for my business? What can I actually sell these for? So I'm thinking about doing a whole video on that. Let me know if you're interested, but let's go make these pretty. Okay, now onto the pretty of all of this. And as I said, I decided that I was just going to just paint all of the details on. And so effectively what I did is I made a slurry with glycerin and rubbing alcohol and put in some mica, starting with a white. And I'm just going to continue to add colors to it as I want to change the colors. So next I'll move on to yellow, and then the oranges and the reds, and then eventually browns and blacks, using the exact same container and essentially the exact same slurry, because I don't want to mix up a whole bunch of different containers that I then have to clean, because that is not fun for anyone. But yeah, like I said, with all of the different details and everything within this, I guess the pumpkins could be reasonably airbrushed, kind of, but then you're still having to sort of section off different pieces with a piece of paper or something, or then get stencils out, and it just becomes not time, it's not time friendly. This is definitely kind of a time suck. And so painting seemed to be like the best bet, and probably the one that is the fastest, mostly because I have painted a boatload of spherical bombs over the years just using a paintbrush. And so this is a medium that I am definitely, more familiar with, as opposed to the airbrushing. We've all seen my airbrushing disasters. They're so much fun. Love to see them. But yeah, with the actual recipe, again, high humidity when I was making these, just like high humidity when I was making the first 2 rounds. And the addition of, moving it from water to witch hazel did not change it one iota. We ended up with drier bath bomb powder faster. And so this particular one, putting in the poly to actually use as a good binder so these things are not super fragile falling out, that worked. 10 out of 10. I 100% am down for that. And so I can see why a binder like a poly, or I guess cocoa butter, I suppose, just something that really helps everything stick together really well, as opposed to something that, goes away, like, your water or your witch hazel, would definitely work. I was concerned that we wouldn't have the crust that I'm always looking for with my bath bombs, especially when you're looking at the decorations here and you're essentially adding more liquid on top of it. But they actually ended up pretty firm. I did not do a drop test on them. I don't know that I trust them that much, but it's not terrible. So yeah, we're getting that. And I guess this totally works for a high humidity environment, and I can totally get behind that for sure. So something to keep in mind for my winter months when I am heating the soap shop with, very, very steamy heat, it totally works out. For the decorating of these bath bombs, I don't know. I mean, I'm not super good at the decor stuff, just kind of generally, but I'm having a decent-ish time, and overall, this footage, just painting all these bath bombs, this was 22 minutes long. So ultimately, I am in an hour before I have designed the labels, before I have packaged the bath bombs, because I have to figure out how to package these, which is another problem for me because I don't use plastic. I use muslin to wrap all my bath bombs in. So is this going to be something that I can use muslin on, or is it going to be a huge pain in the butt? Should it be plastic? So I have to figure that out. Have to wrap them, package them, get them on the website, all the things. Just with the packaging and labeling, I'm in for these 15 bath bombs probably another 20 minutes, right? So 1 hour in total, 27, let's just call it an hour for 15 bath bombs that I can't sell for more than $3 a piece because of their size. Now, given the amount of bath bombs that I actually have to make and the volume that I produce, 1 hour on 15 bath bombs is not going to work for me. So I don't know. Like I said, if you guys want a dedicated video just talking about this, I think we're going to have to do it, because this is not the point of this particular recipe and this particular, video. I wanted to show you that I am mastering these 3D molds. It's working, I'm not a total failure. I love this. I don't love that I decided to make the actual crust of the pumpkin pie super, super dark. But, in all actuality, this is probably pretty true to form for me. I will probably end up with burnt pie crusts. I have to do Thanksgiving this year, guys. Like, I am doing it. I mean, I don't have to. I volunteered. But now I'm regretting it. I'm having big regrets. And so that means I have to make all the pies. I have to make all of the bread. I have to make all of the sides. I have to get it all on the table at the same time, cooked and ready to go. I'm not making the turkey, though. Mr. Webman is totally making the turkey. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I'm pretty stressed. Point is, I'm probably going to end up with burnt pie crusts or raw pie. because that's the thing too. Ask me how I know. I mean, I did it. So I did that 12 years ago, the last time I tried to do Thanksgiving. The one and only time I tried to do Thanksgiving. Everything went wrong. Nothing cooked. I'm pretty sure my oven was broken. And a pie just cooked for hours and hours, and it never did. Never did cook. My father-in-law ate it for breakfast the next morning, and I'm pretty sure it was rotten. So that was a moment. He's coming too. So this will be a good time. You know, I'm going to need all of the pumpkin spice love and coffee and caffeine and everything to get through all of it. But really, whenever I'm not making soap or directing, the soap apprentices and all of the jazz and doing all of the million and two things that the soap and clay kidlets always have during this time of the year, I am going to be practicing making pies and bread between now and Thanksgiving. So wish me luck. If you guys have awesome bread recipes, send them through. If you guys have any recipes, actually send them through. I need to know. I need help. I have a whole menu. I don't know why I do this to myself, but ultimately, these bath bombs, they look amazing. They're super cute. I'm not mad at them. This isn't like something that I'm putting in my line. I'm not doing anything with them other than putting them into my bathroom so the soap and clay kidlets can use them, which is going to be awesome because we have, the big things in the bathroom full of bath bombs, and this one's going to smell like pumpkin spice. So we're officially in the mood. Halloween is over. Thanksgiving is upon us. It's very exciting. I love it. 10 out of 10. I did it. This is good. I'm excited. Yay, me. And there it is. Some awesome bath bombs, some awesome bath bomb molds. And yeah, they're super cute for sure. I honestly think, since I did touch on it in the video, we need to have a whole conversation about the ROI of bath bombs and whether or not they're actually a feasible thing to put into your bath bomb line, into your soap making line with these 3D mold type things, and really have a discussion about that, because as I'm making these bath bombs, I am having thoughts. And so look forward to that later on in the week, I think. I am waiting for the November box, so they are December bath bomb molds from Part and Prince. I did get a shipment notice last Thursday, so they should be coming in any day now. And I think I'm going to use those while I'm testing out a really cool recipe-ish that I was told about. So click subscribe, like, comment, share. I mean, obviously like and comment and stuff because that helps out with the algorithm and all the jazz. Just comment something weird below, like your favorite Thanksgiving side dish. Oh, tell me your favorite Thanksgiving side dish, because I have to cook Thanksgiving this year and I don't know what I'm going to do. But yes, subscribe, do the things. Sudzers, thank you for subscribing, doing the things. I love you guys so much. You are everything. I have been completely and totally MIA lately, and it's been a lot for sure. And you guys have all been kind of MIA too, because 'tis the damn season. I hope everybody's doing well with pushing forward for their holiday line, getting all their launches ready. I know you can do it. You're awesome. I believe in you. And I know you believe in me. We're all going to get through it. January is coming soon. And we get a break. But we don't have a break right now, so I got to go. Thank you again for joining me. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy, maybe bath bomb fun. Bye.